Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo! Hey.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So everyone has been asking the question, why isn't Deontay Wilder talking about this? Especially the people that are defending Tyson Fury. You have people in the comment section literally saying it would make a big difference if Deontay Wilder would speak out on this. As if that's all it took for them to admit that Tyson Fury did cheat in this fight, is if they heard from the guy they despise the most, which is Deontay Wilder. We know that doesn't make sense, and let me make this clear as well. Now, for everyone who already knows Tyson Fury cheated, I'm just letting you know right now. You can debate with these fans and continue providing proof. You can do all of that, but it doesn't matter, because for these type of fans, this has never been about finding the truth. This is all about race for them. This is about protecting the win by all means necessary. And some people in my comment section, they're even admitting that. They're saying, so what if he cheated? He's a better fighter than Deontay Wilder. Coincidentally, that's exactly what Teddy Atlas said. Even if he did cheat, he's much better than Deontay Wilder. But what people don't realize is when Luis Resto beat Billy Collins, once again, Luis Resto was a better fighter than Billy Collins. Luis Resto, he outboxed Billy the whole fight, and he ended up winning 7 out of 10 rounds. He won the fight easily. So what this tells us is the only time you can be rewarded for cheating because you're the better fighter is when you have the complexion for the protection. You see, the only difference from what Tyson Fury did and what Luis Resto did is Resto, he cheated against a white fighter. But in this case, the cheater is white and the opponent is black, and he was a black champion. So once again, for the fans that say, come on, man, this has nothing to do with race. Coincidentally, these are the same people that will tell you George Floyd being killed by the police, that has nothing to do with race. Now, let me clear this up so you guys understand the distinction. Tyson Fury cheating has nothing to do with race. Now, the people that are defending and trying to cover up the fact that Tyson Fury cheated, that has everything to do with race. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is read the comments or talk to people about the case. And what you'll find out is all of the responses are racially divided. Once again, when people made excuses for Floyd Mayweather dominating Canelo Alvarez or beating Manny Pacquiao, did you see any of these people in the comment section defending Tyson, passionately defending Floyd Mayweather, saying, why don't you guys get over it? He's a better fighter, etc., etc. Speaking of skilled fighters, because now they make it seem like they care more about skill than a person just being a warrior, you know, bleeding and being in fight of the year and all that kind of stuff. Because now you'll have these people saying stuff like, well, Deontay Wilder needs to work on his defense and he needs to work on his skill and all of that. I just don't like fighters that aren't skilled. So if this had nothing to do with race and it had everything to do with skill and lack of skill, then that means you would have been rooting for Floyd Mayweather in every single fight he was in. They claim they don't like Deontay Wilder because he lacks skill, because he sucks. That's what they say in the comment section. Well, if that's the case, Marcos Maidana didn't have that much skill, but they sure was rooting for him whenever he went against a black fighter, right? All these comments of get over it and stop making excuses. If this had nothing to do with race, we would see those same comments from these same people when people were making excuses for Andre Ward beating Sergey Kovalev, right? And I could just keep making more and more examples, but you guys get the point. It's not up for debate, because unlike someone who would deny something that is so obvious, we can provide the facts, we can provide the evidence. That's one of the greatest things about YouTube. Everything is documented. Something else you will notice if you start paying attention. Every single time, you could go to anybody's fights on YouTube. Whenever a black fighter wins, especially when it's against someone who's not black, read the comments. You will never see people that are not black congratulating the black fighter. Not only will you not see that, a lot of them won't even comment, but if they do comment, they'll be making excuses for why the guy won. The opponent was a bum, so-and-so who just won still sucks, he's still overrated, etc., etc., etc. But by way of contrast, something you will find out is when someone who's not black, when they get a big win against someone who's black, you'll see black people in the comment section congratulating the fighter who isn't black. You'll see them giving him his credit, right? And something else I wanted to point out as well, since I have the image on the screen right now. Take a look at this picture. This is obviously not a photographer's shot that you guys are looking at. This is the live fight pause at the beginning of the fight when they're introducing Tyson Fury. Look at his right glove. Even before the fight starts, you can see a dent in his right glove. You can go watch the fight live right now, and this is the exact image you're going to see when you pause the footage. So let's stop playing games with this, oh, you can see it in this round, but you can't see it in this round. If a fighter didn't cheat, you're not going to see any photos of his glove being tampered. You're not going to see any footage of his glove being tampered. So it doesn't matter if we see it in a couple shots, we see it from this angle, but we don't see it from that angle. None of that matters. We should never see a man with tampered gloves. We should never see any fighters look like Tyson Fury's glove looks like in this picture right here. So for once again, these fans in the comment section trying to say, well, I'm still not convinced and all that. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm only informing the people that want the truth. I'm not gonna sit over here and try to waste my time trying to convince someone who never was looking for the truth in the first place. These people are supposed to respond the way that they do, guys. They're staying on code, and they're willing to go down with the sinking ship. It's like a person cheating in a relationship. The majority of them are never going to admit they cheated as long as they don't get caught red-handed. And that's what a lot of Tyson Fury fans are saying right now. They're just saying, man, I just hope they don't turn this into a no contest. I hope people like Deontay will shut the hell up before something really does happen like that. I don't even care if he cheated. I just don't want them to take this win away. So getting back to fans saying they want to hear what Deontay Wilder has to say about the whole situation. You guys set yourself up for failure all the time, because every time when you ask for something to prove that Tyson Fury is guilty, it always emerges. When the images of Tyson Fury's left glove that was tampered with in the first fight surfaced, what did the fans say that were defending Tyson? Well, that was from the first fight. Show me some tampered gloves from the rematch. And just like a wish from a genie, your wish is commanded. Next thing these fans wanted was proof that those gloves that emerged were not photoshopped. Next thing you know, the photographer comes out, he confirms that the shots were 100% authentic. Now you have a lot of these fans saying, well, I want to hear from Deontay Wilder. Why are you guys talking about this? And Deontay Wilder's not talking about this. Let me explain something to you. Every single time someone got caught, at least 90% of the time, the victim was never the first person to come out and speak on it. Billy Collins, he never had to come out and speak when Luis Resto got busted for cheating. I mean, if this was a trial and Deontay Wilder had to take the stand, the only thing the lawyer would really do is point at Tyson Fury and ask Deontay Wilder, was that the man that was in the ring with you that night? And all Wilder has to do is tell the truth. Yeah, that's him. Case closed. So at the end of the day, all of us wants to hear what Deontay Wilder has to say. But if he never said anything, that still doesn't change the evidence that exists. And I keep telling you guys, one of the big witnesses of all of this taking place is the photographer who took that shot, because he can confirm that that is an authentic shot that was taken of Tyson Fury's right glove. That is powerful evidence against Tyson Fury. No matter what excuses people try to make to defend Tyson Fury. You find me some images of other fighters right now, from Errol Spence to Terrence Crawford, or whoever you can think of. Matter of fact, you could even look up this photographer's previous work of other fights that he covered. And you tell me if you find any images of those other fighters' gloves looking like Tyson Fury's glove in any of the pictures. And I can guarantee you won't find any. So once again, for you fans trying to defend Tyson Fury, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you ask for. Because you're asking for Deontay Wilder to come out and speak. Because I've talked to people on Wilder's team, and they've already confirmed that Deontay Wilder, he's definitely going to speak on this. This is why you guys need to be careful, because we don't know how much Deontay Wilder knows about this situation. There's a possibility Deontay Wilder may actually know more about this situation than even we know. I mean, think about it. We didn't know about Deontay Wilder suffering a dent in his head until his brother disclosed that information. So imagine if Deontay Wilder has even more important information to offer up on this whole Tyson Fury scandal. I predict a lot more is going to come out, guys. I predict a lot more is going to come out on this whole situation. And furthermore, according to the WBC, the gloves after the fight were given to the commission. So Team Wilder, they need to do their investigation and find out where those gloves are if they haven't already been burned up. But even if the gloves are missing, that will make the story even bigger. So Deontay Wilder will definitely be speaking on this matter. Let's see what he has to say. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV, the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels, including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars. They have a massive video on demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR. So you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month. And once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation.